What's up, everyone? It's Q from Retro Q Gaming, and this is a very cynical video, if you ask me. But basically, Nintendo, or at least Nintendo of America, have come out and said that they're aware they're shafting people over on Amiibos, and essentially they're trying to be sorry about it and trying to remedy the problem. So here's what Nintendo of America had to say about the entire thing. It's a couple of paragraphs, but here it is. So what they say is, we appreciate the enthusiasm that our fans continue to show toward Amiibo. Sales for the product have exceeded our expectations. We understand how frustrating it can be at times if consumers are unable to find certain figures, and we apologize for that. We're trying to meet the demands of our fans and consumers by increasing the amount of Amiibo we manufacture and ship to retail. We may continue to see consumer demands outpace supply levels for certain characters at times, but we will do our best to prevent that from happening. As the library of Amiibo continues to grow, some figures will be easier to find than others. We are constantly looking for the opportunity to reissue Amiibo and are already making plans to bring back some currently out-of-stock Amiibo figures. Stay tuned for details. Nintendo plans to make it easier for consumers to know when new Amiibo are on the way through Nintendo press announcements, timely updates on our social media channels, and working closely with retailers. We remain committed to keeping Amiibo affordable and easy to access as a platform to enhance gameplay experiences. These plans include Animal Crossing Amiibo cards that will become available by the end of 2015, and a free-to-download app for Wii U called Amiibo Tap, Nintendo's Greatest Bits. Nintendo's Greatest Bits, that launched on April 30th, 2015. That lets consumers enjoy playable scenes from certain NES and Super NES. I don't understand why they just can't call it SNES. Or, it doesn't make sense. Games with Amiibo. So, Super NES games with Amiibo. So, that's basically it. And at least when I first read this, I kind of glanced over it. Well, I won't say I glanced over it, but I kind of misunderstood a specific part of it. And that specific part that I misunderstood the first time is that I didn't really see that they said they're trying to meet the demands of fans and consumers by increasing the amount of Amiibo we manufacture and ship to retail. I kind of missed that part the first time. So the second time I read it through, I realized, I was like, okay, that seems about it. Because this kind of thing happened, it was either earlier this year or late last year. I don't remember exactly. I think it was earlier this year. But Nintendo of Japan said that they were going to ramp up Amiibo production for the Japanese market only. And I, being the usual cynical myself, I just said, it's like, that's not going to happen over here or in America. Now I realize this thing I've just read is about Nintendo of America and America essentially, but I won't say it's the same thing, but it's still part of the market. So now they say they're going to ramp up the amount that they manufacture and ship to retail. I really want to believe that. But with everything I've seen regarding Amiibo in the last 6-ish months, it really just says that it's not going to be enough. I mean, between stuff being exclusive to 4 items per store, I'm looking at you, Gold Mario of Walmart. You have people buying 100 Rosalinas just so other people can't buy them. Looking at you, man-child, who bought 100 Rosalinas so other people can't buy them. And just, there's all sorts of crazy shit. Because now, I'm not diehard Amiibo. I'm not really that into Amiibo. I was into it when they first announced it. But then when Smash Brothers came out, I bought 2 Amiibos. One of them I actually wanted. The other was kind of an impulse buy at the time when I was there. And then I realized they're basically useless. And personally, to me, like I collect all sorts of crazy weird shit, and I hold no collector's value on Amiibos. Now, that's why I didn't go and buy all my other Amiibos. One of my friends, however, he has, I think, maybe 24 Amiibo at this point. He pre-orders them in GameStop because he knows which ones are going to be rare and which ones aren't. I mean, we're down there every few days, and he's always looking. It's like, is the new line on pre-order? Is the new line on pre-order? And he pre-orders fucking 4 or 5 of them at a time. Loads of them he hasn't even opened. I think some of them he has, but this is a guy who doesn't even have a Wii U anymore, and he still keeps buying these amiibos. So you have other people doing it as well. Now, I know that Nintendo are looking to reissue amiibo, and I see people everywhere, well, like all over the internet, and some people are going crazy, and those people are going crazy because of stupid reasons. These are the people that either buy loads of them and try to sell them off as higher prices on eBay and all that shit, or there's some people that like them for the collector's value, even though like they may or may not use them, but they have them for their own specific collector's value, that it's that one is less available, even though, you know, they're not going to do anything with it essentially. Now, I have a couple of things, not amiibos, but I have a couple of things like that, but I don't care if they get increased in numbers. So, you know, I just don't understand why people would do that. Now, the whole other thing on their whole, what is it called? I'm just looking over the article here real quick. The Amiibo Tap Nintendo's Greatest Bits. Given the fact that this is coming out, now I don't know if this is compatible with all Amiibos or if it's just certain Amiibos. I mean, obviously you have some of them. If you were to look, say, Villager or something like that, you know, Villager, for example, what if you were to tap it on? You know, is it going? What Animal Crossing game is it going to give you? Is it definitely going to be compatible? So, I'm not sure if it's just. Let's, for argument's sake, say it's not compatible with every game. Actually, a perfect example is, I can see it right here in front of me. You have the Wii Fit Trainer. The Wii Fit Trainer. You know, that's most likely not going to be compatible, because if you try to tap that on, I mean, you've got two games, Wii Fit and Wii Fit U. Or, yeah, there's a Wii Fit U, I think, isn't there? Yeah, either way, you know, I mean, if you don't have the peripheral for it, your options are very limited. So, if only some of them are compatible with the Nintendo's Greatest Bits, I could see them reissuing and remaking loads of those specific ones, because that gives them a possible gateway to more customers. I mean, if those, the way they'll probably look at it, or the way I see them looking at it at least anyway, is they make those Nintendo's Greatest Bits compatible ones. They make loads of them. They sell them all to Nintendo. The people that bought them are potential customers, so they probably see every single one of them as, oh, you know, we can sell 1 million of these compatible ones, and all those people will put on the Amiibo onto their Wii U and possibly buy those games that they get to try out. So I'm just going to start closing up this video now anyway, because it's probably getting a bit long-winded. But the fact that the fact that they're addressing it is a good thing. The fact that they're possibly trying to do something about it remains to be seen how much of an effect. But it's always a good thing. I'm still going to remain cynical about it. I'll probably never buy any more Amiibos. I have two. I bought Yoshi, the one I wanted, and then I bought Link as an impulse buy while I was buying Yoshi. And they're probably the only two I'm ever going to have. Maybe with the exception of one or two others that like are super cool that may or may not come out in the future. But that's getting off track. For the people out there that are just going crazy for me, just people fucking burning each other alive and doing all sorts of crazy shit for this, I really hope this solves your problems, because I hate to see the gaming and collectible community being forced into a situation that demands behavior like this to get anything or get anything done. So I really hope Nintendo actually pull a finger out of their arse and properly address the situation, because it's gone on too far enough. Too far enough? It's gone on too far enough. Yeah, there you go. Because if this was anyone but like Nintendo were getting flack already. Like they've been getting flack for it since day one, and ever since, obviously. But if this was anyone bar Nintendo, this would be blown out of proportion. Well, I won't say blown out of proportion, but the backlash would be 10, 15, 20 times worse. If this was Microsoft doing it, let's just say Microsoft had a stable of characters that they could afford to do this kind of thing in popularity and all. Microsoft, if the numbers came out or the numbers didn't come out and they were still selling out like crazy and people were selling them for €200 on Amazon or on eBay, you know, there would be fucking outrage. The same would be for Sony. Sony have even less characters than Microsoft, at least less decent characters in my opinion. But it would be the same thing. The fact that it's Nintendo, they get a little bit of leeway that I don't think is justified. Now, that's it. Video's gone on too long enough. So let me know your whole Amiibo hype or Amiibo situation in the comment section below. If you agree with them, if you don't, if you think the Amiibo AR cards are going to be overpriced and just even a bigger profit margin, like I think for Nintendo, because I'm not... Real quick, I do think that they're going to charge the same price or almost the same price for the cards, which will be ridiculous, and they'll do essentially the same thing. But that remains to be seen. So let me know your thoughts on the whole Amiibo situation, not just the reissue and what they've addressed in here today. Let me know all that in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Follow me on Twitter. You can do that because I have a new little mini series kind of thing coming up on there. And I will see you on the rest of the videos in my channel.